uplifting ceremony. The Honorable Minister of the FCT, Ezenwo Nyesomwike, ranking members of the National Assembly here present, particularly the Chairman, House Committee on FCT, and the representative representing Abuja South, and also the Chairman, House Committee on Area Councils and Ancillary Services, serving and former members of the National Assembly here present, top leaders of political parties here present, the very distinguished senator representing the constituencies that have held Abuja in the past. We greet all of them, stakeholders who are here today. The very distinguished Senator Jim Kuta, who is chairperson, Senate Committee on Area Councils, is here today. Strategic leaders in the FCT, the Chief of Staff, the Head of Service, Chairman FCT Civil Service Commission, the Executive Secretary FCDA, Special Assistants to the Honorable Minister, coordinators and heads of agencies, mandate secretaries, permanent secretaries, with specific reference today to the mandate secretary, Youth Secretariat, and the mandate secretary, Transportation. Chairmen of area councils here present, heads of security agencies for the FCT here present, beneficiaries of the FCT Renewed Hope Youth Empowerment Program, women groups. I would like to specifically and specially greet and welcome stakeholders of the FCT and friends of the Honorable Minister here present. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, I warmly welcome you to this truly uplifting event that promises to keep Abuja talking for a very long time to come. My name is Eugenia Abu. I'm your guide today on this final day of an exhilarating and heartwarming 9 days. We have been everywhere across Abuja. Today, we birth within the FCT to deliver on the promise of the Renewed Hope agenda for the FCT. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have come to a pause, not a full stop, of the flag off and groundbreaking of different road construction and road rehabilitations across the FCT, occasioned by the ubiquitous FCTA administration. This FCT administration stands tall on the shoulders of the founding fathers of the FCT and goes further in its determination to improve the infrastructural facilities in the FCT and the transportation deficit, and in turn, improve the life and livelihoods of its people. We have traversed the FCT across its many parts, and this development train had a stop in Kwali, Buari, and yesterday at Gwagwalada. Today we are gathered here to promote youth empowerment and youth leadership by the FCT administration with this FCT Renewed Hope Youth Empowerment Program. Young persons are truly Nigeria's future. They are the ones we are trusting Nigeria to. We are trusting Nigeria's tomorrow too. They must, as a matter of course, be empowered, and they, on the other hand, must show the patriotism that places them front and center as a trusted generation. The beneficiaries of today's program, smiling from ear to ear, must intentionally prove to their benefactor, the Honorable Minister of the FCT, Ezenwo Nyesomwike, and their team, that they can be trusted. They have to reciprocate the gesture, a whole car, to reduce the burden of transportation in FCT and empower youth, and reduce the incidence of motorbikes in high-prow areas like Asokoro, Maitama, and Guzape. This is indeed what it's about. Teach them to fish. Don't always give them fish. To further unpack the project for invited guests, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and the man at the helm of implementation assurances is a man whose secretariat is new and is determined to make it a huge success. Help me welcome an able team member of the FCT Minister, Mandate Secretary for Youth Secretariat, Honorable Abdullahi Ango.
Thank you, Ma. The Chairman Committee on FCT, Distinguished Senator Ibrahim Bomey, Chairman Senate Committee on Area Councils and Ancillary Matters, Senator David Jankuta, Chairman House Committee on FCT, Honorable Mukhtar Baitara, Chairman House Committee on FCT Area Councils and Auxiliary Matters, Honorable Fred Agidi, Members House of Representatives representing Abuja South, distinguished Senator, past and present here present, with specific reference to a leader, Senator Philip Aduda, who always said, Angu, I don't want you to fail. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to specifically appreciate our area council's chairman, sir, for their immense support and contributions ever since Youth Development Secretariat was created. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Minister, sir, a father, a mentor, a boss, and a leader par excellence. Everybody call you the father or Mr. Project, but I think from today, we're going to tag and change your name, Your Excellency, to Youth Empowerment Father. Because what we are about to witness today, I think it has never happened. Your Excellency, sir, because I was overwhelmed, and when the news of this empowerment gets to the entire youth of FCT, it was something different. And permit me to please title my speech today as this. I titled this speech as The Geopolitics of Youth Inclusiveness in the North Central, a Fantasies or Realities. The reason for this is, before your appointment as the Minister of FCT, sir, youth inclusiveness in the theater of North Central discussions, it was a fantasy. It was a big fiasco and, of course, a jamboree. But today, we are witnessing what reality is all about. Your Excellency, sir, we must, as a matter of fact, unapologetically appreciate Mr. President for appointing you as the Minister of Federal Capital Territory. Indeed, you are a blessing to the people of FCT, and you are a blessing to Nigeria. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen of substance, today we are here to make a history that has never happened. In fact, I target a new dawn or a turnaround in FCT. The Honorable Minister, in his own wisdom, has said to the youth, I remember, permit me to quote, sir, I was privileged to be one of your status committee. You say, youth, we must, as a matter of fact, empower the youth of FCT. Today, we are here to witness a Renew Hope Youth Empowerment Program. The Minister has approved the distribution of 80 last-mile vehicles to the FCT youth. And the distributions of these vehicles are as follows. We have 20 hires, we have 30 SUV, and we have 30 Suzuki. Your Excellency, sir, after today, I want to tell you that social vices, crimes, unemployment, and self-independence has started in FCT. This is an intervention that has never happened in the history of FCT. I am a student of political science and history. I have been unapologetically participating in politics for the past 2 decades. We have never seen this in FCT, sir. We have never seen. And this is a turnaround for us, sir. The whole idea is to gradually do away with the use of keke napep in areas like Guzapi, Maitama, and Asoko. And this will simultaneously go together with what's happening now. And as time goes on, the Honorable Minister will do away with the entire keke napep because this is a pilot scheme. And this certainly will be done as dictated by the Honorable Minister. Sir, it will interest you to know that the committee you set to look into these distributions, the formula used is free from ethnic chauvinism, regional jingoism, religious bigotry, and intolerance. All the people of FCT, regardless of religion, area councils, indigent or resident, they were duly captured. Your Excellency, sir, I have been privileged to be part of, the flag up that has been happening. I want to tell you that if everybody is jubilating for the fact that infrastructure is happening in FCT, the youth are at most to be enjoyed. This is because the flag of the infrastructure, the youth are going to be employed. The youth are going to be part and parcel of the process. By so doing, we have created job opportunities for them. By so doing, we have given them an ample opportunity to do away with deviances in the community. A sociologist said, a free society is always desirable, but it is not always ascertainable. Indeed, its ascertainability depends on the panacea and the method put in place. And as a leader, you have demonstrated that capacity, sir. We thank you, and we will continue to thank you, sir. Sir, today's infrastructure is what I tag human capital development. Human capital development, to me as a youth, nation is empowered for a life. This is because the vehicle we are seeing here, ladies and gentlemen of substance, each one of them, if I tell you the price, it will surprise you. And indeed, His Excellency, Mr. FCT, in his quest to ensure that the new hope agenda is assertive, is real, is pure, and it reaches down to the people. I want to use this opportunity once again, sir, to tell you that the news you gave us in Bali Area Council of 10 billion, I want to take you through because of it. Sir, thank you so much. Thank Mr. President by using this opportunity.
NTA, you can't ignore it.
You are being profiled by security agencies. The minister insisted that the purpose at which these are meant, it must be used for it. Meaning, the color are capital city in nature. You must, as a matter of fact, do not change this color. You must use it for the purpose at which it was meant for. Meaning, all these buses, all the SUV and Suzuki must be taken to Guzape, Maitama, and Asokoro, so that we can gradually turn to the FCT to be Kuala Lumpur or Dubai. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like to end my speech with a quotation. As a student of political science, JJ also said, and I quote, that governance, democracy, politics is all about supply. Sir, I remember we cried to you on Saturday, on Sunday that you are supposed to be in service, Sunday that is supposed to be your weekend. You followed us down to Kwali Area Council. You listened to us, and we told you that part of the reasons why we don't want to join national protest then was we need the creation of youth secretariat. Sir, you categorically gave it to us. That's a demand. And the supply now is we own you as a youth of FCT. And how do we do that? We are going to be law-abiding, patriotic in nature, and of course support the policies and program of the Renew Hope agenda and the policies and program of the FCT administration. Thank you, Your Excellency, for this opportunity. Thank you.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Mandate Secretary, Youth Development, has spoken and spoken well. This initiative will do away with deviances, and even though the minister was supposed to have his weekend, he listened and created the Youth Secretariat as he did the Women Secretariat. We congratulate you for this milestone today. Please, let's give another round of applause to the Mandate Secretary, Youth Secretariat. Having arrived from the three area councils of Kwali, Buari, and Gwagwalada, I would like to explain my wardrobe, Your Excellency. Today, my wardrobe is in tandem with the FCT. In Buari, a lady from the Bagi ethnic group of Abuja gifted me my song today, Your Excellency, is a medley. From a lot of people who have continued to support him. Before I bring up the goodwill message, Your Excellency, this train of development in the FCT. Would also like to welcome the former chairman UPA, former chairman Standard Trust, and chairman Elder Forum River, Ferdinand Anababa. We welcome you, sir. Thank you so much for making the time to come and join us. And in the spirit of collaboration and in the spirit of support, I'd like to immediately invite to deliver a goodwill message. Former chairman UBA, former chairman Standard Trust. No, sir. Okay, sir. I agree with you. You have been saved, sir, from coming to speak here. So I would immediately invite to speak here the chairman, House Committee on FCT, Right Honorable Betara.
My colleagues are from the National Assembly, serving and retired. The Honorable Minister of FCT, my brother, mandate secretaries, I stand on existing protocol. Your Excellency, today is a different day because you've been giving hope for Abuja residents, where we've been breaking the construction of roads in Abuja and area council. As renewed hope for administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which you as Minister of FCT has always been helping the government to promote our party, APC, which you are not part of it, that I always tell you, we are waiting for you to come and join us. We are happy today. You are empowering our youth in the FCT, where we've been discussing since you came in as FCT Minister. Our first sitting with you is with the issue of Keke Napep in Asokoro, in Gusafe, and in Maitama, where you told me, Chairman, the time will come. We'll provide our youths with vehicles that will find time to remove the Keke Napep. Today, we are witnessing what we've discussed in the last 6-7 months with you. I'm happy today that you are my FCT Minister, where I always said I chaired your committee, and I have no regret working with you because I know after 4 years would have left a legacy where no minister of FCT that I know will come in again to do better than you. I know what you've been doing in the budget, even the day before yesterday, where you went to Kwali. You called me on phone and said, Chairman, we need to do something. I said, what, Mr. Minister? he said we need to wire some monies because the road to Kwali that we went last week was not good for the residents there. You said farming can be done in Abuja in that area as well. So immediately you come back from your trip, you send a letter to us and we replied you. We gave you that approval to buy those monies and start that project. As National Assembly and Committee on House of Representatives, I've always tell you we are with you 100%. In anything you want us to do, we are going to do it for you. We stand with you because of your development of FCT, of your development in general to assist the President and Commander-in-Chief to achieve his goal within FCT and Nigeria as well. Congratulations, my Honorable Minister, and congratulations for our youth in Abuja. Your mandate secretary has advised you, you should use these vehicles only for transportation within those areas that I have given to you. Please, because you are being monitored by the security. I wish you well, and I hope you are going to follow the guidelines that has been given to you. Thank you.
The Chairman, House Committee on FCT, has appealed and advised the beneficiaries to stay within bound and follow the rules that they have been given. Would like to thank him very much for his intervention. Let's give him a round of applause, please. Thank you very much, Honorable Betara. Apologies again to Chief Ferdinand Anababa for jumping the gun. My apologies, sir. In the meantime, I'd like to greet and welcome the representative of the House Committee Chair on Area Councils and Ancillary Services, who has joined us today. We thank you for being here with us. We have, of course, the former Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Chibudum Umuche. We greet you and welcome you. We have the very distinguished Professor Senator Sandy Ono, who is here with us. Thank you, sir. We have, of course, distinguished Senator Philip Aduda, Senator Mao Habunwa, Senator Lakamogu, Senator George Sekibo, Senator Magnus Abe, Ambassador Desmond Akawo, Honorable Fred Agbe, Chief Dan Obi, Honorable Gadom, Honorable Ojukaye Amakri. Thank you so very much for making the time to come and celebrate this youth empowerment that the Honorable Minister is putting in place. As we speak about the former senators here, every time we go on the train of development across the area councils, we have Senator Philip Aduda spending his time celebrating with his people. And many years ago, I happened to have traveled with Mama Jumai Aduda, Chief Mobilizer for Abuja. We remember her with fond memories today. A tree and an apple does not fall far away from its roots. We thank you for everything that you do. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring up distinguished Senator Jimuta to deliver his goodwill message.
Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of FCT, Barrister Nyesom Wike, Your Excellency, the former Governor of Abia State, His Excellency Dr. Pazu, the Honorable Member, Chairman House Committee on FCT, my senior brother Mutari Betra, the Honorable Member representing Abuja South, the representative of the Chairman of House on FCT Area Council and Auxiliary Matters, former senators, ably led by my senior brother, my leader, Philip Aduda, former Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Chibudum, Area Council Chairman, Mandate Secretaries, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Your Excellency, to me, today is a great day and a wonderful day to me. That's why I appear the way I appear today. Because this is what we have been praying for a very long time. Like for the past 21 years of my life in FCT, when I was the chairman of Northern Minority Youth, we used to partner here in Abuja with the indigenous of Abuja original inhabitant youth, led by Comrade David. And we have been praying for this. And today, you make it happen. Not only happen, you gazetted it by having a secretariat. It's a wonderful thing. To we, the youth, that's why you see I identify with them. I supposed to sit down there, but I came in late because I'm one of them, I'm part of them, I know how it feels. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And let me use this opportunity to thank Mr. President for this wonderful discovery of yours. I don't know the consultant that made the research to bring you, because I tried to see why the minister is doing that. I now remember all your life you have been partnering with the youth. From the local government chairman, where the track record is there. You can't be a successful local government chairman without carrying the youth along. And it's there for people to see. The next joining again in life, you are here in Abuja as a minister for education. Education is all about the youth and the children. It's all about us. And you did well there. Today, you are here as a minister of Abuja. You didn't forget us. You give us hope. You give us something to hold on to here in the city. And I'm sure the Minister of Sport and Youth will learn from this to create something like that all over Nigeria, because like I said, you are the symbol of renewed hope of Mr. President of this administration. As far as I am concerned, I want to thank you very much. With all the things that you are doing, Your Excellency, your name is already written, not will be. It's already written in diamond, not gold, because diamond is stronger than gold. Your name is already written in diamond in the heart of indigenous of FCT and the resident of FCT. Well, like we in the National Assembly, under the leadership of my uncommon president, Senator Goswill Akpabio, we are going to give you our full support. We are here for you anytime, any day. Thank you very much. And I congratulate you, my brothers, the youth. Are you people happy? Unjidadi yokwa? Banaji motin kupa, banaji. Bakujidadi wana bumba? To sanunku, nagode.
The very distinguished Senator Jim Kuta, Chairman Senate Committee, Area Councils and Ancillary Matters, is a member of the youth community, and he's dressed like one and has always been. And today, he has aligned with his people and asked them in Hausa if they are not happy. And they have shouted from their point of view that they are very excited for this opportunity that they are going to get. Your Excellency, I'll just set down the logistics for the next couple of events on the program. Number one is, after the goodwill messages, we will of course take the vote of thanks. But before then, just to inform the beneficiaries that I will be calling their names one by one before I invite the minister. When I call your name as a beneficiary, and these are just symbolic persons who are representing the local council areas and the FCT Renewed Hope Initiative, there will be 7 symbolic members. When I mention your name when it is time, you will stand up where you are, and then when you are complete 7, you will make your way to this side of the stage and wait there for the Honorable Minister to pass you the keys for these cars after he has delivered his speech. And of course, the Mandate Secretary Transportation would also be on hand to hand over the keys to the Honorable Minister to pass on to you. But you will come in your block, not one by one. When I mention you, you stand on your seat, and when I complete mentioning all your names, you move as a group to this side so we can see your symbolic presence in this place. I want you all to give a round of applause to the FCT administration for this initiative. These cars, 18 number, Wilman, Guzape, Meitama, and Asokoro, and it has already been explicated by the Mandate Secretary, Youth Secretariat. Our chief host, ladies and gentlemen, there are many reasons to be thankful today in these past 9 days. Everything has gone very smoothly. I'm particularly thankful to the Honorable Minister, Ezenwonye Somwike, and his entire team for the confidence reposed in me to deliver all 9 flag-offs and groundbreaking projects in the FCT in the last uninterrupted 9 days. I am indeed honored by the FCT, particularly by the Minister and his team, for the warmth from FCT, FCDA, FDD staff. I'm truly thankful. I feel adopted by the FCT. I have learned, unlearned, relearned, and gained many knowledge as I move across the FCT, across area councils and the city center. I thank you for the opportunity to serve. It's time now for me to invite the Mandate Secretary Transportation, Right Honorable Dr. Elechi Chinedum, to come forward and deliver his vote of thanks, after which he will be symbolically handing the keys to the Honorable Minister after the Minister's speech. So, after your vote of thanks, we would be inviting the Honorable Minister.
It's the keys. It's the keys for the cars. Your Excellencies, the Honorable Minister FCT, Ezenwonye Somwike, CON, Dr. Okezi Ikpeazu, immediate past Governor of Abia State, members of the National Assembly, both serving and past, management of the FCT, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I use this single opportunity given to me on behalf of the Honorable Minister and the Honorable Minister of State, Dr. Maria Mahmoud, to thank you, our distinguished guests. And it's a very, very special way of thanking you, not just for today. You have been with us for the past 9 days. Even before then, most of you here, you have been with us, even from May of this year in the commissionings and the flagging offs. We're so very grateful to you for sticking by our Honorable Minister, who has been given different accolades. But I think the most important aspect is that somebody rightly said that the Honorable Minister is the Minister of Nigeria. And that is why we always have a cross attendance from all parts of the country. And so we thank you so much. We cannot say our thanks enough. Somebody was called up at the time to give the vote of thanks. And he said, the task is very simple. We'll say thank you, and thank you. But I cannot end this without, those of us from the southeastern part of Nigeria, we have an adage. And our adage is, if the community cooks for one person, there's no way he can finish it. But if one person cooks for the community, it is conviviality, it is brotherhood. And the Honorable Minister has been bringing the community together. If you didn't come to honor his invitation, it will amount to one person cooking for the community. But you always come. So it shows that the Honorable Minister is the man of the people. So we thank you, we cannot thank you enough. Like everybody has said, today's event is pretty special because we're talking about infrastructure of a different kind, not roads and bridges. We're talking about human infrastructure. And anybody who has been in executive position before will know, either as local government chairman or governor, to know that even if you pave the roads with gold, the human infrastructure must also match it. Otherwise, you won't have succeeded. So today, we thank you for being here on this very, very, very important occasion. We're talking about 80 beneficiaries, and everything they receive today is going to have a multiplier effect. We're not talking about the beneficiaries, we're talking about the drivers, we're talking about their families. And so we thank you, and once more on behalf of the Honorable Minister, we thank you and thank you and thank you for being with us. God bless you all.
Your Excellencies, at this time, our very, very special guest, a big elephant in the room, the former governor of Abia State, who has come to join us. And of course, except you are in that place where you understand where the lion stands in the forest, you will not understand why a man of this quality and quantity will be speaking after the vote of thanks. But the gentleman we are inviting today is a very special guest who has come to celebrate with the Honorable Minister. And this gentleman was holding the executive position in Abia State and therefore remains an enigma. Help me welcome Dr. Okezie Ikpeazu, His Excellency, former Abia State Governor, to now deliver his goodwill message and be the last goodwill to speak before we hand over the cars. Thank you very much, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Let me recognize the Senate Committee Chairman on FCT, another committee chairman in the Senate that look after all matters concerning FCT. I extend same respects to the House Committee Chairman and his other colleagues that superintend over issues concerning FCT. Other distinguished senators, both serving and past, my brother and my friend, former governor of Rivers State, and today the Honorable Minister, performing minister of the FCT, Barrister Ezenwo Wike. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great honor and pleasure to be associated with this action minister. Today's event is a very special one because this kind of gesture to our youth not only empowers them today, but it gives hope to other youths in FCT and across Nigeria that someday the wheel of fortune will shine in their direction and also they will be empowered. The socio-economic impact of today's event is at least fourfold. The first one is that security issues will be addressed. The next one is that some people will begin to migrate from joblessness to some sustainable jobs. The third one is that tourism and the economy of FCT and indeed Nigeria will receive a boost. And I want to thank you for thinking out of the box to come up with this kind of initiative. It is indeed very rare. The roads can be beautiful, the bridges can be in place, but people need to drive on them, and that is what you have done today. Therefore, let me end by advising the beneficiaries once again that they should see this gesture today not as a piece of the national cake, but as a ladder to greater things. I see some of you buying some other vehicles on your own from the proceeds of this vehicle you are going to receive today. I pray that God Almighty will lead you as you drive safely. There will be no accidents. I pray that God Almighty will multiply your effort and bless your effort. Again, a little secret about the Honorable Minister. the tonic you need to give him that will make him buy more vehicles, so that by the next round of empowerment, it will not only be 80, it will be 200. It's only when you perform and he sees smiles on your faces and he sees people that has become prosperous on account of this gesture. If you do that, I can assure you that your brothers and sisters that are waiting will also receive this boost. Once again, I want to thank the Honorable Minister. I want to thank every person that is here today, and end by saying, like I say always, if you don't like the man, but he's doing a good job, if you appreciate that good job, God will bless you and also bless the man. Thank you very much.
Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, what a great honor to have the former Abia State Governor, His Excellency Dr. Okezie Ikpeazu, come and deliver a goodwill in FCT to come and support the indefatigable Honorable Minister of the FCT. At this juncture, he has also given advice to the beneficiaries to do well so that the Honorable Minister will do more. Let's give another round of applause to our guest, our very, very special guest. I'd like us to also thank the Mandate Secretary, Transportation, for his vote of thanks which he delivered earlier today. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is when I present to you those whose children would be benefiting from these cars. And some of them are in absentia, but most of them are here today. Honorable Chiliad Nladi, Kwali Area Council. Honorable John Gabaya, Chairman, Buari Area Council. Honorable Christopher Maikalangu, Amak. Honorable Abugiri, Chairman, Gwagwalada Area Council. Honorable Abdullahi Suleiman Saba, Chairman, Kuje Area Council. And Honorable Abubakar Abdullahi Abaji Area Council. Their children today will be benefiting from these cars. They have worked hard, they have collaborated, they have supported, they have provided the requisite support. I shall call the young people who are going to be empowered today, and when I call your name, you will just stand. They are symbolic of the 80 cars, but 7 of them will come forward. Abbas Ibrahim, Kuje Area Council. Balarabe Aisha, Abaji Area Council. Peter Jigo, Kwali Area Council. Abbas Hafsat, Amak. Joseph Grace, Buari Area Council. Zainab Abdullahi Babadoko, Gwagwalada Area Council. And Elisha Yusuf, Renewed Hope Initiative, FCT. Please remain standing for a second. Okay, these are the constituents of the area councils. If I use the word children, it's loosely used to mean that they come from that area council. So these are their constituents. They are not necessarily their biological children. Please take note. These are their constituents. You know, when you are chief of a place, everybody is your child. And so it was loosely used. But these are their constituents. And all 7 of them will come and symbolically receive from the Honorable Minister when it's time. But right now, they will all walk and come forward here. And it will be led by Abbas Ibrahim, and everybody else will follow. Balarabe Aisha, follow. Peter Jigo, follow. Abbas Hafsat, follow. Joseph Grace, follow. Zainab Abdullahi Babadoko, follow. Please follow quickly. Elisha Yusuf, follow. These are our symbolic beneficiaries. They will all gather here in front of the Honorable Minister for him to see the young persons that he is empowering. As you can note, symbolically, there are 4 women and 3 men. They will be guided to the side now, and they would remain there until it's time for the Honorable Minister to hand over the keys symbolically to them. I'd like to, at this point, invite the Mandate Secretary, Youth Secretariat to come and lead them to that side. Where is the mandate secretary? These are your people. Lead them to that side. The Honorable Minister will do the needful when he gets up on the podium. Your Excellencies, mercurial and intentional, he asked all of us, day after day, to come and join him in the flag-off ceremonies and groundbreaking of 9 projects in the FCT over a 9-day period. He had it all thought out. He got his team to plan, each one meticulously. Come sun, come rain, he got to each event with his entire people to light the communities with his words of encouragement, lining up project after project, undeterred. Yesterday, I mentioned that Buhari Area Council Chairman described him as the Lord while he was the land. In fact, that comment came from Honorable Abuja. Day after day, we have gathered at his behest, and in Pi, he called for another look at another road to be tagged, to be included in future projects. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the current Chief Landlord of the FCT, help me welcome the FCT Minister, breaking grounds and providing opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, Ezenwo Nyesom Wike.
Your Excellency, my dear brother, the former governor of Abia State, Dr. Okeze Ibazu, the chairman, Senate Committee on Area Councils and Auxiliary Matters, Senator Junkuta, the chairman, House Committee on FCT, my dear brother Honorable Betara, the representative of Abuja South in the House of Representatives from Abuja, the representative of the Chairman House Committee on Area Council, and as that matter that here, my dear brother, House of Representatives from Benue State, that is here, distinguished senators, former Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, my dear leader, the Chairman, Elders Council of River State, traditional rulers that are here, the Head of Service, Chief of Staff, mandate secretaries and permanent secretaries, leaders of political parties of APC and PDP that are here, area council chairmen, our dear women that are always supporting us that are here, senior special assistants to the chairman, to the minister and minister of state, all of our leaders that are here that have come to give all the support, the Deputy Secretary of FCT, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, let me sincerely thank my dear sister, our elder sister, Ijirabu, who has made the necessary correction, who has been doing a good job since Monday last week to today, 9 days. It's not been easy. And while that correction was needed, you know, Nigerians, once you say children off the area council chairman, nobody will understand that it was used in a loose form. They will say, see, what kind of a thing are we doing? Chairman of councils, and they have brought their own direct children to be the beneficiaries. And that's why I wanted the clarification to be made. Even though they may understand, but you know those who don't have job in social media, they will turn it upside down. Thank you for that clarification. If that was not done, I would have cancelled that. I would have not cancelled that because I would not be a party to allow a thing like this to happen, and the beneficiaries will be those who are in office, the children of those who are in the office. So thank you very much. Let me say this clearly, and that is one thing I always say, that Nigerians forget a lot. Today, we are talking about not just about youth empowerment. Abuja will be 50 years old in 2026. 50 years old in 2026. In essence, by the grace of God, as it pleases Mr. President, we are likely to be the Jubilee people as far as this FCT is concerned. I was the Jubilee governor in my state, and it's likely that I'll be the Jubilee minister of FCT. Now, nobody thought about intervening as far as women are concerned. Nobody talked about intervening as far as the youth are concerned. We have had presidents, whether you like it or not. Ashwaji Ahmed Bola Tinubu is not the first president that occupied FCT. But let us tell ourselves the simple truth. He's the first president who said you can't continue to talk about administration. Women are not involved, youth are not involved. And that's why he created the Women's Secretariat and created the Youth Secretariat. You may say, what is that? But go and ask the youth today, they know the importance of it. Go and ask the women today, they know the importance of it. You know, in Nigeria, we commonize everything. Now, as you have seen this vehicle now, those who never mean well for this country, what you will see in social media, you want them to be taxi drivers. No. We have Nigerians overseas. We travel. But once you get to the airport, Nigerians, whom you say they are in abroad, my uncle is in London. My uncle is in Houston. My uncle is in Paris. My uncle has sent us $200, 200 pounds, 200 euros. But when they get to the airport, hey guy, we're heading to him. You enter the vehicle. He takes you. He makes his money. He feeds his family. He pays his taxes. He pays his bills. And while we're here, I have an uncle in London. I have an auntie in California. Instead of us to encourage how we can feed our families, the next thing you will see in social media, they are giving our youth to go and be taxi drivers. We can't be taxi driver here, but we promote taxi driver in London. That is the country you are in. People will feed from something. This vehicle is not used vehicle. We are not one of those people that go and carry. These are brand new vehicles. Rubber. Rubber. You see what they call it? Tear rubber. We are not buying used vehicles. I don't want to call states who give out used vehicle. This is tear rubber. And they are not paying time. We are not saying pay government back anymore. No. Government is saying this is our own support to make sure you have something to feed on, to make sure you have to touch your family, and also to reduce the cost of transportation in the city. We will tell you how much you will charge the people because you didn't buy the vehicle, because you didn't spend money. If the cost of vehicle, if the cost of product is 15 naira, we'll say, look, go and take 30 naira from them, not 15 naira. That, in a way, is the president's strategy to reduce the cost of transport as far as FCT is concerned. We made sure that all the area councils are involved. We made sure it has nothing to do with you come from Abuja, you don't come from Abuja. As far as you live here, you do your work here, and you are lucky by balloting you get. Abuja should compete with other cities in the world. I know how painful it is. If we say no more keke napep, I know it is very painful. We are not saying that we no more keke napep, no. But you go to certain areas. But for now, we will try to see this is a pilot scheme in Matama, Gusape, and Asokoro. Let us see how it will work. And by the grace of God, it will work well. Because Mr. President means well for everybody. Most of the Kekedape, most of the motorcycles are informants. Everybody here that's the beneficiary is being provided by security. And so what we are coming up from January next year, there will be nobody that will operate as a taxi driver or a bus driver without having the approval from security, without security profiling you, and without going on with Abuja color. So nothing like using any vehicle on the road. No, we won't allow that. We will not allow that. From January, we will not allow that. And because we will do that, we would have also brought in more vehicles so that we won't have shortage. Those private individuals who want to have or run commercial activities, you must have to sit down with the police, with the SSS, who take the vehicle numbers, the name of the your driver's address. So everybody will have that confidence. This is the vehicle I'm entering, in case anything happens. But again, by the time we commission the bus and taxi terminals, by January next year, by the grace of God, it will no longer be standing on the road. Everybody, you want to go to Gogolada, this is the terminal you go to. You want to go to Suso area, this is the terminal you go to. So people know the vehicle you are entering. That will reduce the level of insecurity. We are going to give some time to the Kekere Pipe and the Mosaku people. Prepare that we are going to phase you out in this area. I didn't say we'll phase you out totally. But let us say that we have a city. Let us say we have a city. It's very, very important. Kekere Pipe say this is the route you go. Mosaku, this is where you go to. But this area is a no-go area. Because that's how it is in all cities of the world. Beneficiaries, don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed that they gave you that tomorrow. Look, when you are in a hotel in overseas, you call, say, I need social vehicle. Happily they come, and you are chauffeur driven. And at the end of the day, what's important is to feed your family, not to be involved in one crime or the other. You don't also need to. You can also employ somebody who will be provided by the security. At the end of the day, you are making a living. That is what is important in life. that nothing government will do, that those who will never see good will not say something. They must say something. Don't be discouraged. And I congratulate you for being one of the beneficiaries. In fact, I'm happy with the 4 ladies. Show them what men can do, women can do better. What men can do, women can do better. Take it that this is what you use to feed your family. Tomorrow, you can buy another vehicle. And let me also tell the union people, you don't need to be angry. You don't need to be angry, you're also going to benefit. We know some of you are having your car through hire purchase. You are paying through hell. We're also going to make you to own your own vehicles and charge what government has said you should charge, so that our people will not continue to suffer in the name of high cost of transportation. No. That is what the Renewed Hope agenda is all about. And I thank the committee that was saddled with the responsibility to do this job, which is headed by the Chief of Staff. We want to sincerely thank you for a job well done. This is one area I've never gotten any complaint, where it is done politically. No complaint. And the Youth Secretary has said the 10 billion. We are not giving you 10 billion. So I have it here. We didn't say we are giving the youth 10 billion. I said, Mr. President has approved 10 billion naira for the empowerment and development of the youth. So don't go over and say we are giving you 10 billion. Nobody's sharing any money to you. You must come up with a program, with a proposal on how the youth are going to benefit, either by skill acquisition or anything that will help the youth. I'm not going to approve conferences. Conferences do not help any youth. Oh, we want to go and teach the youth how to behave well. I'm not releasing 1 naira. You know, I'm sorry to say this. When you see budget, you know that this country is something else. One way of siphoning public fund is through conferences. One way of siphoning public fund is what? Through what? Conferences. Conferences upon conferences upon conferences. Ask yourself a question, what is the result of the conferences? The 10 billion Mr. President has approved will be practically utilized. The youth, we are going to Yaya. We have the skill acquisition that has been abandoned. We have to go there and see what we can do to revive that skill acquisition. And so that the youth can be trained either in ICT or whichever way. You know, when you are not in office, you always criticize. Now it's your turn. The mandate secretary, now it's your turn. This is not your initiative. So let people hear it now. It's not your initiative. It is our initiative before you came. I want you to, as a youth mandate secretary, every time the youth are not carried along, every time the youth, now you are in power. Go now and draw up a program to government. You had the money there. What will government do with the money to improve the lives of the youth? Not every day, criticism. Now you are here. But I have confidence in you that you will do well at the end of the day. So, we will continue to thank Mr. President. It is not easy. It is not easy. Everything we have asked from him, approve. Not only approve, release. You know the difference between approval and release. Some of you say, oh, approval is not release. Approval is yet. It's been approved, subject to the availability of funds. So we are prepared to do everything to change the lives of the youth in Abuja. And the youth should also appreciate Mr. President. Stop listening to people who do not mean well for you. Stop listening to people whose own job is when they pay them money, they say all kinds of things in your social media, and you believe them. Somebody came to show me about one write-up where they said there's one professor that wrote. I asked him, professor of which university? Nobody knows. But it's a professor. He's a professor. They say he's a professor of law. Where has he taught law? Nobody knows. Where has he advocated law? Nobody knows. But it's only a professor of law in social media. They had the opportunity. They were given the opportunity in Human Rights Commission. Ask them. What was their performance? What was the record? When the government gave the opportunity to be there? Zero. Zero. I thank our leaders for continuing to give Mr. President support. I thank our leaders for supporting the FCT administration, continue to support. After today, we'll take a break. In the next 2 weeks, we'll start again. We are not tired. So, our sister Eugene Abu, we are giving you 2 weeks break without pay. 2 weeks break without pay. Then we'll start again. Because December, we'll be doing commissioning. But before that December, we continue to do flag off. Those who will die, let them die. After all, that's why there is a life and death. So those who want to die, that we are flagging off and we'll be commissioning, it's not our business. Go and hang the transformer and die. We want nobody any apology. We don't go any apologies at all. We could not to do something that our people will make our people happy. But let me use the opportunity to invite my dear leader. Let me tell you one thing today. You know, there are people who don't have character. The former governor of Abuja State, we started this struggle together. We stood firm. Forget about people who are jumping here, left, right, and center, who couldn't even say anything then. These are the people who stood, who said equity, fairness, and what? Justice. That's why I would never abandon people like this. There are people, they just are human beings who have character. Yes, and that is the way it's supposed to be. Hunger will not kill you because you have character. Some people, you see them, you sit with them today, they tell you something, the next day, they are doing a different thing. That's not life. You must be known for something, that your children should be proud of you. Look at my leader, 80-something years, very strong, very committed, very firm. Very committed, very firm. And when he came to Abuja, he said, I must come and join you today. And I will also use this opportunity to give to him, to be the one that will commission this and hand over these keys to these innocent sisters and brothers that are beneficiaries of this pilot scheme. I hereby invite Chief Ferdinand Alabraba to please help us to give out these keys and then commission this project. Thank you, and God bless you. Come, move this. I mean. So they go there first. You will call them. Mother, you start calling them. So you can call one by one.
Before we give her the case.
So you can use the microphone.
Thank you. Abbas Ibrahim is here, sir. Balarabe Aisha, Abaji Council area. Abbas Ibrahim was from Kuje. Peter Jigo, Kwali Area Council. Abbas Hafsat Amak, Abuja Municipal Area Council. Joseph Grace, Buhari Area Council. Zainab Abdullahi Babadoko, Gwagwalada Area Council. Elisha Yusuf, FCT Renewed Hope Initiative. Those are the 7, Your Excellency. Please come down. Thank you.
May I please invite the beneficiaries and our leaders, please, for the commissioning of these vehicles. Thank you very much.
His Excellency will now go forward accompanying Chief Anababa, Chairman Rivers State Elders Council, for the commissioning today, the cutting of tape of these vehicles.
Your Excellency, the Minister to be part of this empowerment program for the youths of FCT. A man who has always legacy wherever he can apply to perform. FCT has already seen signs of that legacy in the 1 year that he's been here. And I have no doubt this is just the beginning for FCT. For the beneficiaries, this is a pilot program, and I'm sure the watchword is that let this work well, and it will be extended to the territory. Point in God the Father, God the Son, and all God the Spirit. Commission these vehicles to live.
It's time for the group photograph very quickly, and that group photograph will now revert to the national anthem. Media. This event now stands closed. My name is Eugenia Abu. It has been a pleasure to serve. Please make pathway for the Honorable Minister and his very special guests to make their way to their vehicles. Congratulations to beneficiaries. And we have Asokoro, Meitama, Guzape now having these beautiful vehicles to reduce the transportation challenges and close the deficit. We thank you all very much for attending, and we wish you well.